Hi, what is memory? Memory refers to the ability of the brain to encode, store, retain, and retrieve information. It is the process by which we encode, store, and retrieve information about past experiences, knowledge, skills, and perceptions. Memory is essential for learning, language, reasoning, decision making, and other cognitive functions. There are several types of memories, including sensory memory, short term memory, and long term memory. Sensory memory is the immediate or initial recording of sensory information in the brain and brief storage of sensory information such as sights, sounds, and smells. Short-term memory is a temporary storage system that allows us to hold information like images, sentences, and phone numbers in our minds for a brief period of time, typically for a few seconds to a minute. This is also called working memory. Long-term memory is the more permanent storage of information that we can recall at a later time, ranging from days to years. The brain uses various mechanisms to store and retrieve memories, including the formation of neural connections and the release of specific chemicals. Different types of memories are stored in different areas of the brain, and the process of recalling a memory involves reactivating these neural connections. The brain has several regions and networks involved in the different stages of memory processing, including the hippocampus, prefrontal cortex, amygdala, and basal ganglia. Memory can be influenced by factors such as attention, emotion, motivation, and sleep. Let us go through the different types of memories one by one with examples. Example for working memory in problem solving. Working memory is also essential for problem solving. Here's an example of how working memory works during problem solving. Let's say you are trying to solve a complex math problem. First, you use your working memory to hold on to the information provided in the problem, such as the numbers, variables, and operations. Then, you use your working memory to manipulate the information, applying different strategies and formulas to arrive at a solution. For instance, you might use your working memory to hold on to an intermediate calculation, such as the result of multiplying two numbers together as you work on solving the rest of the problem. You might also use your working memory to keep track of the steps you have taken so far and the progress you have made. In this way, working memory is critical for problem solving as it allows us to hold on to multiple pieces of information and manipulate them to arrive at a solution. Working memory also allows us to monitor our progress and make adjustments as we work towards a solution. Working memory in reading. An example. What is working memory? Working memory is the brain's ability to temporarily hold and manipulate information for cognitive tasks like reading, problem solving, and decision making. Working memory is crucial for reading comprehension. It helps us retain information while processing new data, such as remembering a character's name while reading a novel. Example of working memory in reading. Let's say you are reading a book. As you read, you use your working memory to hold on to the words you have just read and the information you have already processed. This allows you to connect the ideas and understand the context of the story. For instance, if the author introduces a new character in the story, you use your working memory to remember the character's name, their personality traits, and how they are related to other characters. Then, as you continue reading, you use your working memory to connect the new information with what you have already learned to build a mental representation of the stories. Importance of working memory in reading. Working memory helps readers hold on to information as they read, make connections to prior knowledge, and understand the text's meaning. Improving working memory in reading. Working memory is the ability to hold and manipulate information in mind. To improve it in reading, try chunking information and using visualization. Thank you for exploring the fascinating world of working memory in reading with me. An example of working memory in decision making. The importance of decision making. Working memory allows us to hold and manipulate information in our minds while making decisions. Factors affecting decision making. Working memory capacity affects decision making. Emotions can influence decision making. Cognitive biases can impact decision making process. The role of working memory in decision making. Working memory helps you hold information in your mind while making a decision. It's like a mental workspace where you manipulate data. An example of working memory in decision making. Let's say you are trying to make an important decision, such as deciding which college to attend. You use your working memory to hold on to the relevant information, such as the pros and cons of each college, the cost of attendance, the programs and majors offered, and the location of the campus. Then, you use your working memory to manipulate this information, weighing the pros and cons of each college, comparing the costs and benefits, and assessing how each college aligns with your goals and values. As you do this, you might also use your working memory to consider different scenarios and outcomes, such as how your choice of college might affect your career prospects or social life. In this way, working memory is critical for decision making as it allows us to hold onto and manipulate multiple pieces of information to arrive at a well informed decision. Working memory also allows us to anticipate and evaluate different outcomes, helping us make choices that align with our goals and values. Thank you for listening to my presentation on the role of working memory in decision making. An example of working memory in writing. Working memory is like the notepad of the brain where we jot down and manipulate information as we write. Let's say you are writing an essay. As you write, you use your working memory to hold on to the ideas you want to express, the words and phrases you plan to use, and the sentence structure you intend to employ. This allows you to construct complex sentences and paragraphs that convey your message effectively. Break down writing tasks into smaller chunks. When it comes to strategies to improve working memory in writing, then use graphic organizers or mind maps to organize ideas. Practice active reading and note taking to improve retention and recall. To conclude, working memory plays a crucial role in the writing process. It helps us hold and manipulate information which is necessary for effective writing. By developing our working memory, we can become better writers and produce higher quality work. Remember to take breaks and practice mindfulness to improve your working memory and overall writing experience. Thank you for taking the time to learn about working memory and its role in the writing process with an example.